Coach grew up.
You have to love the newest stadium in the NBA here at Barclays. Very state-of-the-art, outstanding facility.
Yeah, the Nets have a nice home here. I bet they wish they were stronger here at home. Finished under 500 last season with a record of 19-22.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. It's stolen by Adams. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Over to the left wing. Bargnani from long range. And that one's good. Bargnani's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And, you know, guys, that 19-22 record here in Brooklyn certainly a stain for the Nets. I mean, they would be the only team to make the playoffs in the NBA last year with a losing record at home.
6 to shoot. Here's Butler. And he makes good on the layup. Butler's got his third basket of the night right there.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Jack for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
And with the Nets' struggles at home last season, they were simply outshot in this building. Also, they were the second worst in rebound differential at home, meaning they got killed on the glass here.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, that actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Chicago leading by 11. And Adams kicks to Rose. Back to Adams. Here's the 3. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
And you talk about the Bulls. Being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. I did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register. One win against every other team in the league back in 2015. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Adams' shot is good.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Nets have gone. Four of 6 from the field here in the second.
And, you know, getting to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Bargnani. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Again, the miss by Jack. Chicago leading by 15.
2 minutes to go in game 2.
Adams right side. And Robinson comes to help. Back to Adams. The 3-ball. Bargnani grabs the board.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Jack with the 3. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Here's Adams and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Brooklyn making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Thomas Robinson. Johnson comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Ellington is subbed in for Bogdanovich. And a change for the Bulls. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Mirotic. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Pau Gasol.
Guys, Bargnani was compared to several other international players when he came out. Some said he was Nowitzki. Others thought he might be more like Yao Ming in terms of impact. Ming was the only other player taken 1 overall who had never played high school or college hoops.
It's stolen by Jack. And it's blocked by Adams.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Bargnani. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw per the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
They should think about working it inside a little more. I mean, the threes were falling earlier, but that hasn't been the case here in the second quarter. They've got to think about getting inside of that arc and taking some higher percentage shots.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Jack against Adams. Over in the corner, Gasol. Adams outside. Good if it goes. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And the first half is now in the books. Bulls out front, leading by...
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith, and Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 14. Kenny, what do you think?
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. It's been a clinic out there by Thunder.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
We've got Johnson. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then it's Jarrett Jack, and it's Ellington in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group for Lionel Hollins as we begin the second half. And the wide open shot from Rose. Cans it from downtown. Rose has got 8.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Jack kicks to Ellington. Thaddeus Young on the wing. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul. The game. The Bulls leading by 15. Nets were pretty far back from relevance at times last season, as we saw. It took a late season hot streak for them, Greg, to get into the playoff picture.
Yeah, and that was a neck-and-neck race with the Pacers right till the very end. Not exactly what they had in mind at the start of the season, but they did pull through.
And, you know, for the Nets, they ended up being bounced out of the first round, fell to the #1 seed Hawks. They put up a good fight against Atlanta.